Hi everyone, my name is Helena and today is 18 September 2020. 2 days ago, President Cyril Ramaphosa urged South Africans to download the COVID Alert SA app. This is an app that allows South Africans to warn other South Africans in the area that they have tested positive for COVID-19. Many social media users have been distributing a notice alleging that the application asks users to access their contact lists. They have urged other social media users to delete the app or not to download it. I'm a South African lawyer and journalist, as many of you guys know by now, and I have personally studied the terms and conditions of the COVID Alert South Africa app, and I confirm that this allegation is untrue. The app does not ask for access to your contact list. Apart from confirming that, this video will serve three more purposes. Firstly, I will tell you what the laws and regulations say about what government and this app may and may not record. Secondly, I will explain what this app does indeed record and how it works. And thirdly, if you are concerned about apps and social media platforms and how they record your moves, your likes and dislikes, as well as how they harvest your data and access your contact lists, I will bring to your attention some platforms that you should indeed be concerned about. Firstly, as per South Africa's lockdown regulations and directives, the Department of Health must ensure that the personal information of COVID-19 patients is recorded. This enables government to ask around and figure out who else may be at risk of infection. South Africans who have tested positive for COVID-19 may be forced to provide their information for this purpose. This information must be destroyed after a limited time period, and it may not be distributed for purposes other than that specific to the prevention of the virus. But that is not what we're talking about today, and that is not what the COVID Alert SA app is for. The application can be voluntarily downloaded. Is it any different from the mandated patient contact lists in that it is anonymous? Yes. This brings me to my second point. How does the app work and what information does it obtain? Its terms and conditions on a first reading does seem contradictory, that I will admit to. It promises not to record your movements, but at the same time, it promises to notify you if you've been in close contact with someone who has tested positive for the virus. A question comes up. If you're not tracking me, how can you tell me that I'm close to someone who has the virus? Let's explain. The app uses a function called the Exposure Notification System, or ENS. This is an infrastructure that is on your cell phone already, and it works only if you opt into it. I remember that a few months ago, a rumor was doing the rounds that your cell phone automatically has this function. That is untrue. I checked it myself. It works only if you've opted in, and also you might have to update your version of Google Play Store in order for the ENS to actually exist on your phone. The infrastructure and its functions were developed by Google and Apple in June, and your phone is capable of using it, but you'll only have access to it and be able to opt in if your government has decided to use ENS, which recently happened in South Africa. How does ENS work? Once you've opted in, it works with Bluetooth, and it can be accessed to detect two devices that are close to each other without revealing where these devices are. If this is scary to you, you can begin by testing the concept by experimenting with Bluetooth on its own. One Bluetooth phone is able to identify another and match up with it, but the one phone does not need to know where the other phone is in order for the two to match up. You can also match up your phone with your laptop, for example, using Bluetooth, and the two devices do not need to know where these devices are in order for the Bluetooth devices to match up. Furthermore, the connecting devices do not need to exchange any personal information in order to match up. So the two owners don't even need to know who each other are for the Bluetooth devices to match up. I think I've made that abundantly clear now. The COVID Alert SA app does not use your name, your ID number, your telephone number, or any other identification number to refer to you or to store your data. According to the terms and conditions, a unique and totally random, ever-changing number is assigned to your device when you sign up. This is not linked to your identity in any way. It simply serves the purpose of allowing you as an app user to be distinguished from all other app users, and this in turn enables the exchange of information. Although the app never knows where you are, it registers once you are close to someone who has tested positive for COVID-19. And once again, the question pops up, how does the app know these things? The app knows this if it was voluntarily communicated to the app by an anonymous user who has confirmed his or her diagnosis. Thirdly, if you are concerned about apps and social media platforms regarding recording your moves, harvesting your data, and accessing your contact lists, you should really take some time to review the terms and conditions of the social media platforms and web search engines that you are currently using. Google keeps an eye on what you search for. It has an automatically created profile of you. It's a profile of sorts based on what you have searched for before. This influences the outcomes of your current and future searches. Take a look at Netflix's documentary, The Social Dilemma. I've watched it more than once, and I would really suggest that you watch it. It is very informative, and it highlights some upsetting realities. Facebook cannot guarantee that third parties will not take your profile information and that they will not abuse it. This happens every single day. When you sign up for social media platforms, you grant them the right to use your content. Yes, that does include images of yourself as well as photos of others that you upload. Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, you name it. These sites record your likes and dislikes and suggest content based on it. They have your name, they have your surname, and they have other personal information based on what you had voluntarily provided to them. And these are not just one country's government. These are borderless international entities. I will conclude with this. Read the terms and conditions of a platform and an app before signing up for it and before commenting on it. The world really needs more mindful social media users. Be part of the solution, be part of an informed consciousness and not of an uninformed problem.